It's your girl Rose Sonise, and I'm here in the studio. Did that sound crazy? Oh my gosh. Why you make that face?
What face am I making?
I'm in the studio with Noizebeatz, and he's making funny faces.
What's going on, people? How everybody doing today? This is the last show for the year.
Yes, oh my God. It's been so much fun getting started with my podcast and doing this. And I can't wait to look forward to next year. It's going to be popping. I'm going to have way more episodes, more consistency, and it's going to be more scheduled. So let's. Why are you laughing?
I was laughing at you, buddy.
Okay. Anyway, so 2018. Dang, it's been like a crazy ride. So I thought, let's just go over some of the biggest stories from 2018. Just a few highlights, not all of them. And I'll be using cbsnews.com. They wrote an article about it. And I was like, okay, they gave me some reminders what the craziest stories were. I'm tired, everybody. So y'all just gonna have to roll with me, okay? Roll with the punches. This is Rose Sonise. You know what I mean? It's all good. You mess up, you just keep going. Anyways, so one of the craziest things, well, there was a few different craziest things that happened this year, but I'm gonna start off on a little somber note, but it's all good. The Pittsburgh synagogue shooting, the Thousand Oaks shooting, and I believe Parkland happened in February. So there was like a few different shootings that happened this year that kind of like crazy. And then the Thousand Oaks one hit us at home.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
I know.
It's pretty sad, man. The kids can't even go out and enjoy themselves.
Can't do no country line dancing.
Can't do no line dancing, man. And this is always happening at these country events. I'm wondering what the hell is up with this country event thing. Like, why people want to get killed in the country event.
Yeah, I don't know. Crazy. They used to say that, rap music was so violent.
Yeah, but it's the country.
Now it's like the country music. I don't know
the country life is gangster.
I know.
Is that ever since black people started writing country music, started getting gangster, people started shooting it up. It's crazy, sad shit.
I know. So R.I.P. to all the people that lost their lives and the friends and family members. When we send our thoughts and prayers out.
Pray for them.
But one of the things that I was like interested on this list, they talked about the Tide Pod Challenge, where people I guess kids was going on social media eating Tide Pods. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, it must have been rich white kids because there's some weird ass shit.
Yeah, they would put Tide laundry detergent pods in their mouth, and it was like a big old thing, and kids would record videos of themselves and post it on their social media.
And what did they do? What happened with them when they would
someone would die, get poisoned.
Dumbass.
What the hell? I remember, and now I remember when that was happening, earlier this year. And now when you go buy any Tide Pods, it has a crazy ass warning, safety warning, and the packaging.
They've been having a safety warning, which is the biggest they care.
No, but it has now the packaging is real, tough to
sealed.
Yeah, sealed. It's really tough to get into. But I was I guess that was a big story. But you know what? Social media got kids doing some crazy ass things. This one was interesting because I don't remember this news stories because sometimes, people, we get so caught up in the bullshit news stories, the celebrity news and stuff like that. When real news comes out, nobody really knows about it. And one of the things that said they found chemicals in breakfast cereals.
Oh, hell no.
So a study by nonprofit environmental working group reportedly found trace amounts of glyphosate, a weed-killing chemical linked to cancer, in breakfast foods like General Mills Cheerios. Can you believe that? Like, Cheerios is like one of your, well, personally one of my favorite cereals, and it's very popular cereal. And people think it's like on the healthier end of cereals. So I think most people will tell you, I love Cheerios. Like, that's like probably like the top 5 cereals that people eat. And for them to have chemicals linked in cereal, it's like, come on. Like, did you hear about this?
I didn't hear about this, but I was just eating my big bowl of Cheerios and cereal this morning. Now I feel like, God damn it, I need to throw it up right now.
Oh my God, that's why you sniffling, huh?
Probably.
Got
fucking got the cancer already.
Oh my gosh.
I
but
got
yeah,
the cancer
people.
stick.
Yeah, if y'all, Jesus. Lord have mercy. If y'all got the Cheerios, just take the Cheerios and throw them away. Throw them away. Yeah, throw the Cheerios out. Hey, throw the Cheerios out. Hey, throw the Cheerios out. You got to throw the Cheerios out. So yeah, like, for real, like, real talk, like.
What about the bacon?
The bacon.
They said the bacon fucked up too.
I don't know.
The sausage. They found it in the sausage. They found it in the chicken. We can't even eat chicken no more.
I know. I stopped eating chicken.
They took the only
I've
thing
been stopped eating chicken.
The
Real talk, I've been
chicken.
like a pescatarian for the last like 3 years.
Man.
And because, you know, that's a whole nother thing. But I'll probably have an episode about why I became pescatarian, and it's linked to cancer reasons. So, but I'll have an episode next year about that. But to continue on the cereal, it's like, you need to people need to really try to invest in food too. Like, food is very important. Like, people spend so much money on the clothes, jewelry, stuff like that. But what you put in your body? Are you buying organic food? Are you buying like preservative-free food? Like, people, we should really be cognizant, like, or conscious.
Self-conscious.
Not self-conscious, like cautious. Cautious. Be cautious of what we're eating, and to be more like aware of what we're putting into our bodies. Because, like, you know, food ain't safe no more. That is so crazy.
Pray for us.
You know what's so crazy is, like, also with linked to what you're saying, like, you said they found it in, like, you were talking about pork and stuff, but they said U.S. burger chains like McDonald's, Burger King were giving a failing grade on their policies of antibiotic use in beef products. And basically, like, it was like a watchdog agency gave them an F, basically for lacking any announced policy to source beef raised without the routine use of antibiotics. So maybe some of the beef we be eating.
Done.
Like, I mean, I don't eat beef. I haven't ate beef for the last, like, 3 years. But
you sure? No beef?
I haven't had no ground beef. Nothing, no beef that you can buy from the grocery store.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Ooh, that went to okay. And anyway, so I haven't had no beef in about 2 or 3 years, and you know, this is part of the reason why. Like, people, like, nobody should really be eating like some sick meat. Basically, that's what you're eating. Like, if you see a sick animal, you ain't gonna, like, just like, oh yeah, let me kill that sick animal.
Hey, some people sick like that, they will.
Oh, that's gross. That's definitely gross.
Pray for.
But anyways, McDonald's is not even shouldn't be your go-to place to get food anyways. You know, McDonald's, I'm not loving it. Okay, I'm not loving it. Anyways, do you want to have anything to say about McDonald's?
I think that McDonald's is the shittiest of all shit, but sometimes you just have to have the fries.
You know what? Speaking of the fries, that you brought that up, you know that they contain animal products in the French fries.
What?
The French fries aren't even vegan at McDonald's.
See, let me tell you something. But this McDonald's shit gone too far.
Yes, there's a website. I mean, PETA will tell you what places you can go that doesn't use animal fat in their French fries. It's crazy. But anyways, do you remember Permit Patty? You don't remember Permit Patty? Oh, that's funny. So basically what happened is like a Twitter video went viral showing her calling the police on an 8-year-old girl who was black for selling bottled water without a permit in San Francisco. So she was like a Caucasian white female who called the police on an 8-year-old girl who was with her mother, and they were trying to make some money. I guess she was trying to raise some money to go to, well, I think it was like Disneyland or something, or some kind of like, treat for herself.
Right.
And so she was just selling a bottled water. And the lady just took it upon herself to say, oh, do you have a permit? Like, she was the permit police. So but her name, and they call her Permit Patty, because she was like, do you have a permit? You need to have a permit. I'm calling the police on you because you don't have no permit. Isn't that crazy?
Whack as fuck.
It's whack. Yes. Calling the cops, wasting our tax dollars on some stupid complaint about a little girl trying to raise some money. It's just terrible. It's like people have no sense of like, I don't know, like community, or trying to just like let people, do something good. Like if somebody's, maybe it might not be necessarily 100% like legal. I was gonna say crazy. Sound crazy. It sound legal or whatever. But in a sense, maybe it wasn't like legal, because people sell street food all the time and they don't have permits. But that they're trying to hustle and they're doing like something. They're not hurting nobody. So why not? Why stop their hustle? It's just sad, especially if it's a little kid. Right. But yeah, all this shit happened in 2018. Can you believe it? So much stuff went down in 2018, guys. This is just the beginning of the list, okay? And remember when Omarosa's ass came out with the tapes?
Oh yeah.
That she took like all these recording tapes of Trump while she was in the White House, and she was the multi. What was that? What was her thing? It was like the multicultural ambassador or something like that.
Something like that.
It was. Anyways, I just thought that was an interesting title, but yeah. So that was like very, very interesting. And then she went on, what was it, Big Brother or something? And was like all like emotional and talking to like one of the cast members on there, and was like, I'm scared. What did do you remember? Did you see that clip of it? She was like, I'm scared. I'm scared for America. Like, we should be scared. Omarosa was telling another cast member on Big Brother, I think it was Celebrity Big Brother, that the things that she saw, the things that she heard while she was in the White House, that we should all be scared. And I think like a lot of people took that very seriously, and that was like one of the craziest things. And she went on her whole media tour after that, and then she was supposed to be coming out with was she coming out with a book? I believe so, a book, or I think she is. I think she possibly like setting it up for a book about being in the White House with Trump. I believe she's gonna do that. I need to do more research on that, but like I'm gonna do my more research on that. But that was like definitely Omarosa and her damn tapes recording Donald Trump supposedly saying the N-word. Do you think that non-black people should be able to use the N-word?
You know what? I'm still kind of fishing on that, because I notice out here all the Spanish people use the N-word. Everybody's like a thing, and nobody ain't checking them. So maybe it's not just up to you to check them.
Right. Yeah, I hear you, because like, I grew up in Riverside, like an hour and a half outside of Los Angeles, and I grew up around a lot of it was a mixed community, and when you have like shared experiences, and especially when black culture becomes pop culture, it's like inevitable that some of people that are not black start
Right.
to take on characteristics, traits, and emulate, the black community. You know, I mean, that's a hard one for me to say, but for me right now, I will say that it's the context, how it's used, and that I'm have more of an issue if a Caucasian person says it versus like another person of color. So, but I think I'm gonna reserve all that for a future episode. Y'all comment below. Hit me up on IG on Rosanise, RoSonise. Let me know if I should do an episode about the N word. Should other colors, even people of color, be able to use the N word? Let me know. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I don't know. Some people, I guess some of the big stories is like about the royal family, had a new baby girl. Oh, the royal family had the first black princess.
Right.
What? Meghan? She
That's
got in.
dope.
That was dope. Yeah. So she broke some barriers with that. Even though she's biracial, she still, was it the one drop rules? Is it still in effect? The one drop rule, is it still in effect?
Yeah.
Okay. so she count. So she count. That's funny. What else did I want to talk about that stood out to me from 2018? Oh, this was like really sad. When Demi Lovato overdosed and she relapsed.
Mm-hmm.
That was sad.
Yeah, it was.
It was really sad because she was like doing so good with her Fabletics like line, and she was like, she sings. She's a dope singer. She has like a lot of talent, and it was like so sad. Like, and this was happened in July, and it, for some reason, I don't know why it seems so long ago, but I guess that's how it is in this fast-paced world, especially like with entertainment. In July, she was found unresponsive in her LA home, but she's been going to rehab, and I think she got out of rehab recently, and she's been like low profile on her social media, but yeah, that was like a big thing when she like overdosed. I think everybody felt that. Like, that was like really, really sad, because you never want to see somebody, because you hear so many celebrities have been, die of an overdose. Like was it Mac Miller? Died. Mac Miller died, right?
Right.
Of an overdose.
Right.
And some, I think was he the only one this year? Oh no. There was a couple people, speaking of overdose, or celebrities dying, there was Anthony Bourdain committed suicide, and Kate Spade committed suicide this year. And like, that was like really sad, because she has a daughter. Kate Spade has a daughter, and Anthony Bourdain does too. And it's just sad that money does not buy you happiness at all. And like, I think people need to like understand that, like, and I think that's a really important thing, like, as people, you're making like New Year's resolutions and like going into transitions and changing things about yourself and letting go of old stuff, and looking forward to your future next year. Like, really think about things that are really important, because like, money is not gonna make you happy. You shouldn't, I think, like, I don't think looks should make you happy either, but I think it's all about like what kind of person you are, what you bring to the world. I think that those things are important. Your family is what's important, stuff like that, and really truly like loving yourself for who you are. And I think if people would more live in their truth and embrace like who they really are, and just, stop comparing yourself to other people. Um, that will help with like feeling like depressed or feeling like inadequate in some way or not good enough, and looking to things like money, like, or even looking to other people to fulfill yourself and be happy. It's just sad because, like, depression is really real, and a lot of people suffer from it, and some people suffer from it and don't even realize that they suffer from it. So it's just kind of sad as we think about, you know, people that have, died this past year, and a couple people that, overdosed. Well, not overdose. I'm sorry, committed suicide. It's it's a it's a it's a real thing. So, reach out to your loved ones and, check on them, make sure they're okay. That's real. And we can't forget the California wildfires. Like, both, all of California was on fire at one point. Northern California and Southern California were both ravaged by wildfires, and this just happened last month. And it was so crazy. The total area burned in the state is just shy of 250,000 acres. So basically, that's like around 400 square miles. And this is so crazy. And it was like the stories, the videos that I saw of people driving through, like, literally, it looked like hell. If hell was, if you believe in hell, it looked like people was driving literally through hell with ambers and flames flickering and stuff like that for their dear life, just to try to get out these fires. And it was crazy how rapid the fires moved, and so many people lost their lives. And that was so sad to watch. And I know people are still feeling the effects of it, and they're still trying to rebuild, because it just happened literally last month. And I know there was like, my job did a couple fundraisers and stuff like that for the fires and stuff like that. So we cannot forget the people that lost their lives in the California wildfires, and how damaging and crazy it was. So, Barbara Bush died, and she was 92. I hope when I die, I die and live to be 90 something. That's a long time to live. I don't have nothing bad or good to say about Barbara Bush, but and then John McCain died. He was 81. Oh my God. So we cannot have an episode about an in-year review of 2018 without mentioning Roseanne's show being canceled after coming back from, I don't even know how many years. It's been like, it had to have been at least like maybe 15 years since they filmed the original show. And to be honest, I watched it. The new episodes, I was in, even though it was like, some of the characters, said some controversial things. I was in, I was watching, it was funny. And she just had to do the most, like, nastiest racist tweet. And I will say that I was so happy at the way ABC handled that, and I commend them for taking action and not letting her get away with that kind of, racist rhetoric. So But yeah, that was still shocking. Like that was crazy. But so that was one of the crazy things. Let's see. And rapper Extension, what's his name? X Extension or something like that. I don't know. He he was killed in June when four men with guns ambushed him while he was driving in Miami. That was like crazy. But there was four suspects that was later arrested that summer. So R.I.P. Extension Young. Oh, this one kind of like surprised me. YouTube headquarters had a shooting. A woman opened fire in the YouTube headquarters in San Bruno in April. I don't know if y'all remember, 3 people were wounded before the woman killed herself. So the shooter ended up killing herself. It's just crazy. Like, there was a lot of shootings this past year. It's really, really sad. Let's see. What else was very crazy? Oh, the Yanny versus Laurel. Do you ever remember doing that thing where you listen to the recording and they said the Yanny versus Laurel? You remember? Do you remember what you heard? If it was Yanny or Laurel?
No, I can't remember. I can't get it in my head right now.
Okay. Well, I think I heard Yanny. That was just interesting how like people's brains work so different. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, we can't leave off 2018 without talking about the big story of Stormy Daniels and the president. That was like a whole big old scandal. You know, I don't even want to talk about Trump too much, but but of course he would be the one linked to an adult film actress paying her off. Him and his nasty ass. And oh, we can't leave an end of year review without mentioning Bill Cosby and Kanye West. So, Bill Cosby, I mean, that was like, I will say, like, I think that was like years in the making. I think people kind of like knew the last year, this past year, and in 2017, that it was coming, everything was coming to a head. And he was really going to get prosecuted. It was really going to happen because all these women came out to speak out against him. And, you know, it was sad. It's a sad thing to watch, you know, somebody that you respected their work and their craft and their talents do something or get accused of doing something so like vile and just like, you know, crazy, like drugging women, you know, like that's like unacceptable regardless, you know, of if you had made Fat Albert or not. It's ridiculous. If you made, you know, the Cosby Show, it's still not acceptable at all. So that did happen. And I'll just end this end of year review with Kanye West. Slavery is a choice comment. That was like the one thing that kind of sent me over the edge with Kanye, because I'm a Kanye fan, okay? I go to his concerts, everything like that. But now it's like he's gotten to the point where, you know, he says things that's just like so disrespectful to the community. It's like, why would you say some most ignorant things? And you talk so like uneducated about what you're coming out your mouth, like, don't say anything. If you don't know nothing about it, just don't speak on it. Like, and it just kind of like frustrated me that, so many people took what he said and ran with it, especially like, you know, alt-right people or people that are racist. They took them like, see, slavery is a choice. See, y'all chose to this kind of path and blah 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 blah. Y'all know the whole thing, but yeah, that whole slavery is a choice thing really changed how I look at Kanye, and I will probably not ever buy any of his music in the future. I don't want to support him unless he's gonna really come out and really like help his community, because he really let us down. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Kanye. I'm rocking with the old Kanye, and that's it. And I will say my highlight of 2018 was, of course, one of them is starting my podcast. I'm very happy that I got this going and I got it off. Excuse my voice, but I'm so very excited for what the future holds for my podcast, and I'm hoping to bring you better content, better episodes, more special guest co-hosts, and hopefully to get some really good people in the future. So fingers crossed, guys, for that. And another highlight was that I went on my first ever cruise, the Super Bowl cruise. Now that was like lit. So if you ever get a chance to go to the Super Bowl cruise, I highly recommend it. It's fun, it's ratchet, it's a good time, and you go to Mexico. So what else can you ask for? It was amazing, and I got to spend it with my family, and it's always a good time with them. So that's pretty much all I have to say about 2018. It's your girl, Rose Sonise. If you guys want to ask me some questions about this episode, or tell me what was your highlight, or what was the craziest story, or what you feel was the biggest story that maybe I didn't mention, hit me up on my IG at Rose Sonise. ROSONISE. It's your girl, Rose Sonise. Bye, y'all.